So first and foremost, we had to keep students informed. So what that meant to us is to begin with our online resources. We started with the information. We needed to make sure that students are informed with the proper and correct and updated information. Yes, we did, in the form of national studies and also in some statistical studies and reports conducted from other departments on campus, primarily enrollment management, looking at reasons students were citing for leaving the university, and also with financial aid, looking at the amount of student loan debt that were increasing among our student body. Focused in on the need. In that, were we proactively providing students the opportunity to understand the responsibilities of managing the debt that they were accumulating while pursuing their college experiences. And with the exception of a few courses or inclusion of a couple of money management topics in some curriculum, there was not a dedicated, focused effort. And I believe from the studies and the patterns of behaviors of our students, it identified the need, and that's what we built upon. Our research looked at different programming models. At that time, in 2004, 2005, the programs that we identified were primarily academic affairs-based, meaning part of the curriculum, with the exception of a few innovative programs such as the Red to Black program. But again, I think what's important is to understand that while we all have a common programming issue of financial literacy, we do not treat our students as square pegs in round holes, and to say, well, we're going to look at a program in another college and just replicate it and copy it and present it to our students. No, the diversity and the dynamic needs of our students are ever changing. So what we needed to do is look at what other colleges and universities were doing, and then bring back those ideas and tailor it to the needs of our students. And it's the same that in any colleague that I talk with or have the privilege of serving as a resource, is the ability for them. I don't expect them to replicate the UNT model. I expect them to look at what they're doing well, but also to understand the importance to tailor a program to the needs and the specific needs of their students. Well, I think we're all biased in Texas that all great ideas do originate, But I think, yes, I think we are on the forefront. The efforts at St. Kingston State University's Student Money Management Center partnered and coupled with our efforts and those at other campuses. It's growing national momentum, and we are very proud, I believe, all of our programs to be on the forefront of leading that charge. And whether it's within our state to other states, the importance is that we are leading the charge. Well, first and foremost, the topics, anyone who visits our website and looks at our calendar of events, and oftentimes will ask, where do these topics come from? They come from students. And looking at the needs that we are helping students realize through our online resources or on the loan programs that we administer, time and time again, it goes down to focusing on the needs of our students. And that's what makes it unique. Do all students have the same needs and concerns on every campus? Absolutely not. There would be a lot of commonality. But for our students, first and foremost, the three basic tenets of our programs, they really defined. And that was information, education, and application. And that's how we really organically grew our program. From web presence for information, to outreach for education, to providing an opportunity for students to come in a confidential setting to talk about specific money management topics, and that's our consultative services. Now in 2007, we added a fourth fundamental focus area, which was retention, and that was the emergency loan programs to help students address unanticipated expenses that were threatening their immediate enrollment. At no time does University of North Texas or any other university want a student simply to leave or stop their college experience simply because they have a bill they can't address. No, we want to hopefully help them identify and secure the resources, but more importantly, don't make the same mistakes or show poor behavior. We want them to strengthen up. And that's what we've done at our programs. What's been surprising is that I never questioned that budgeting would be a number one question or concern for our students. I've had other colleagues who said, "Oh, you're going to have to get them kicking and screaming, to a workshop." No, that's actually been the total opposite. Students want to be financially independent, but they don't know how to be. Also, too, they don't know where to begin. So that's where we use the fundamental skill of budgeting to start all students on a path to financial independence. So probably the most requested presentation, the most downloaded resources on our website, they're budget related. It's taking a template that our student mentors created and personalizing it to their lives, but more importantly, giving them the chance to learn, to practice and learn how to apply the budgeting process to their lives. And then followed probably very closely behind that is probably questions about credit. General questions about credit, about how to get it, how to manage it effectively, but also to understanding that their decisions today and their behaviors today will have an impact for years to come through understanding what a credit report and credit score are. So many of our students, especially in the area of credit report and scores, a lot of misinformation. For the distressors, usually they're the first indicators that will lead to a referral from another department, whether it's for an academic counseling office or if it is in our housing. One of our residential assistants see the symptoms in a student, will lead them to talk and have a conversation with our students that leads it to a money-related issue. And today, we're very fortunate to be a dynamic office on campus that is a resource to our entire campus community. Personally, in consultations, yes, I've seen the symptoms. Where students will come in and the burden that they are facing is overwhelming in their perspective, and that's the thing you have to understand, is that money is so personal. And in fact, one week I had a student counseling two students. One student, her debt was well over $100,000, but she had the right perspective about it, and she knew that it was going to be long term, and she just needed a plan on how to start repaying it. Same week, I had a student who was thinking about dropping out of the university because her parents had given her a credit card for emergency reasons. Unfortunately, she maxed it out. And she broke the faith of her parents. And she couldn't even know how to talk to her parents about it. You know how much she had charged on that credit card? $500. So that's where you have to understand is that all students are not the same, even though they're having same life experiences in the same period of their lives. So especially with money, is that the symptoms are so important for not only my team, but teams all across campus to identify and be proactive in helping students address. And I'll tell you right now during the consultation, the greatest moment for me is when you see a student's body relax, and you see a smile, and you see the light coming back in their eyes because they understand the importance and the role that they can do in changing their lives.